Okay, for quite some time now, people have been pretty upset about it. This HAARP thing going on. 2008, somebody made an article about it where they were using the military was manipulating. And remember, I said that how they always try to get us to do it and build the towers and try to get us to hurt each other. They had these military people who were obviously like Illuminati or something. Had these grad students going up there doing research and another day of playing God and they go up in Alaska, 20 miles, let's see, 200 miles north of Anchorage, and that is the main base for HARP. All right. So this is what's going on here: is that they're sending a signal from the main signal in Alaska, and it's receiving that energy or whatever it is, and it's sending it to other places in the earth that have a receiver. See what I'm saying? Because there's only one sender, and they all go to that office. They all go to that office, and then and it says it's got a 180 antenna array on it. So it's basically that those pictures that I was showing you. It's like a big network of electromagnetic antennas, and basically that just needs to be destroyed or whatever. But that's like one target, and then you'd basically save the whole Earth of weather manipulation. And it says it also is able to create earthquakes in different places and control people's minds. Also, it can. It says that it's also when I look at this wave here, it looks like a half eight. So when I think about what the electrical grid does for like our grid enforcing like a half brain with a less electrical perception and all that, this is kind of the same thing. So it's kind of enforcing something that as a last resort, probably on some kind of level, but it's not as effective as the power grid. So when the power grid shuts off, you're going to have a certain range of perception that is going to allow you to see a lot more than you did before. But that's if you survive 5G, of course. And then you got basically showing us a diagram here of the ball Earth manipulation with a dome above it, which is acting as a Van Allen belt. So there's a dome and it bounces off of it, and it comes back down and hits the Earth, and it bounces up again, and off to its final destination wherever the receiver is. So there's a receiver in in every city or state or something like that, or in every region, and then the main signal sender is coming from Alaska. So there it is right there, and they have been doing all kinds of stuff, creating earthquakes. I was reading this, the Popular Science article, and a lot of people were mad about it, but as you can see here, that is all that's causing it. It's really basic, and that's how they're doing it. So it's just a bunch of signal antennas. Look at that. There it is. It's pretty straightforward. So they can manipulate the ionosphere, which is basically just manipulating the weather, and it's really easy. They said manipulation made easy. HAARP's ionosphere research instrument comprises 180 aluminum antenna towers. Ah, that kind of explains the aluminum spray that they're putting in the air. So it's all an electrostatic charge, kind of like aluminum batteries, something like that. It steals energy. Aluminum steals energy in AC units. It steals energy out of the air and sends non-electric air into the home. Together, the towers beam radio waves into the ionosphere, which begins about 50 miles up. Their sunlight temporarily strips gas molecules off their electrons, creating charged particles. Scientists tweak HAARP signal to stimulate reactions in the lower ionosphere, causing phenomena such as radiating auroral currents, aka virtual antennas, which send extremely low frequency waves back to the Earth, and the waves can reach up into the ocean and can improve submarine communication at night. The absence of sunlight causes the lowest layer of the ionic sphere to temporarily disappear. This allows HARP to conduct experiments that could lead to better ways to use a process called skywave propagation. So that sounds like they're doing nothing. Skywave propagation sounds like they're manipulating the weather and they've got a propagation for it. That's what that sounds like to me. But when I read it, it sounds harmless. Like there's nothing to see here, guys. But that shit is like obviously they just hit the lower United States with Arctic blasts that left people with no power and all kinds of craziness. So So how is it so harmless? Like, earthquakes in Haiti because they don't want to get with their government plans, and then you send an earthquake over there and destroy Haiti, and then you send Red Cross over there to help Haiti, and they take all the cash for themselves. 96% leaving Haiti still in shambles to this day. Come on now. Manipulation made easy. So those are just little towers down there. So you don't have to go up in the sky and mess with anything they got floating around up there or anything they got attached to that dome or whatever. You just got to get rid of those damn antennas because it's just a big cage of antennas that are made of aluminum. There it is.